Ahoy there! So, this is take 3 because we've had some technical difficulties, so hopefully I get it right this time. So we are stranded in Homer, Alaska on our way back to Kodiak because the ship isn't running. We don't know if it's due to weather or mechanical this time. Guess it doesn't really matter. Bottom line is we're stuck in Homer. So we're finally trying to get caught up on this video. We just dropped off the bus. That'll be a future video for a whole bunch of stuff that's getting done to that. It's pretty exciting. Now onto this video. So we're just getting ready to leave Duluth. We decided to stop up on Highway 2 in Hermantown, stop at one of our favorite places to stop in the Midwest, Quick Trip. We love going there. We used to shop there all the time for their bags of milk and everything. And so, top off the bus, pick up some of our favorite pizzas that they have at Quick Trip there, and head on west. Now, I wasn't paying attention when we topped off the bus. I thought, wow, this diesel is really expensive. And as it turns out, it was biodiesel. Now, I know biodiesel is supposed to be good for the environment. However, I can tell you this. It doesn't have very much power, and it doesn't run very nicely. I mean, it did all right, but our mileage dropped considerably. From there, we're working our way west we went through Grand Rapids, Minnesota, a place that should feel like it's sort of a hometown to me, but it's not, even though I lived there both when I was Morgan's age, and I was there again when I was running the outstation at the airport back when we were in the aviation world. But, you know, it's the home of Judy Garland, all kinds of neat stuff. They have a big festival for The Wizard of Oz, which is a movie I still need to see. Anyway, but it's really cool going back to Grand Rapids. We stopped at Glenn's Army Navy, which is an awesome, we used to call it a man store. Now, let's see, what would you call a man store nowadays?
Sporting goods store.
Yes.
A little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything. Appeals to men and women, or undecided.
More outdoor clothing and camping and...
Right. It's not so much an image store, so it doesn't have a lot of the stuff that like REI has, but it is the real deal. It's the good stuff for getting out and doing what you want to do in the woods.
And reasonably priced.
Yes. Matter of fact, that's where most of our upscale dishware, fine china, has come from, otherwise known as enamel-coated steel something or other. Anyway, had a great stop there, spent way too much money like we always do. You know, in awesome Midwest fashion, what do they have at the gas station or mini mart, convenience store, whatever you want to call it? They've got diesel, they've got booze, they've got smoked fish, smoked meat, smoked cheese, pretty much everything that, everything that might require an angioplasty later.
Wild rice.
Oh yeah, we picked up some wild rice there, which is awesome. Here we are on the Magic Bus. We're in Grand Rapids, Minnesota, which is a little weird for me because even though I've lived here twice, it doesn't feel like I ever lived here. I don't know, it's kind of weird that way. But nonetheless, here we are, pushing our way through. Most of the heat wave is kind of let up. At the moment, we're running fresh air, but if we don't get moving soon, that's not going to last much longer. So far, mechanically, we're doing well, though. So because we spent so much time at Glenn's Army Navy and maybe a few other places in Grand Rapids, when we headed out west again, we did not make it. We didn't even make it to the Dakota Territory. We made it as far as Bagley, Minnesota. Now, near as I can figure, Bagley, Minnesota, one of their big claims to fame is something to do with hockey. But here's a little travel tip. If you're ever traveling in northern Minnesota or anywhere in Canada, wherever you stop is probably a big hockey something or other. At some point, somebody there played a hockey game, they did well, boom, they're the hockey something of something. Whatever. It's all good. So, the Bagley City Park is one of those parks that has that 10-year rule. And the 10-year rule is if you're driving a camper more than 10 years old, you may or may not be able to stay there. Most of those other brands don't age very well. And so we get it. There's all kinds of really sketchy trailer trash, whatever. So, in our situation, you've seen the bus. Lots of people have seen the bus. Not only did they welcome us with open arms, you'll see in the pictures, they actually put us front and center on display for everybody to see. Because, let's face it, the whole antique art deco, Wanderlodge thing, most people don't even know what it is. A lot of people have never seen one, and they're like, wow, that's cool. But $15 a night, they had water, and I think it was 30 amp hookup. Didn't have septic, but decent sized spots, a lake, which Morgan insisted on swimming in.
Morgan's getting her workout in.
So when we bought the camper from Aaron, it had this really cool stainless steel plug-in gas grill. And as Aaron was unloading all his stuff, I'm like, the grill comes with the bus, right? And he's like, are you sure you want it? And I'm like, yeah. So thanks, Aaron. It was awesome. Very first meal we cooked on it was shish kebabs, and they turned out absolutely perfect. I know there are a lot of people who watch our channel who are from Minnesota and Lutheran, so I have to be careful with my Lutheran, Minnesota jokes because, you know, it could be considered insensitive.
And about 90% of our family.
And about 90% of our family. But I got to tell you, Jen got this picture of all these signs, of all these things not to do. You know, drive your boat this direction, drop your person over here, move this thing over here, this thing's prohibited, that thing's prohibited. It is so Minnesota to put so many rules on how to drive a boat in a lake. So I always have to say thank you so much to everybody who watches, likes, subscribes, shares, all that stuff. We apologize that our publishing schedule has fallen behind. We had some technical difficulties, both with the electronics program, and then we had a lot of video of me doing this because the microphone didn't work. So thanks again. Hopefully we get back on schedule. Scratch that. We will get back on schedule. So again, please comment in the comment section if there are other things that you'd like to see. We have a lot of interesting stuff coming up. I can tell you we dropped the bus off here in Homer for a bunch of upcoming stuff that if you're into buses or remodels or solar, alternative energy, all that stuff.
And driving in Alaska in the winter.
Yeah, or say driving across Turnagain Pass, which Turnagain Pass is scary in the summer. The first time I drove across that, terrified. Now, here we are driving the 34-year-old bus and a dually over that pass at the end of November. So that is going to be some cool footage coming up. So stay tuned and let us know if there's anything else you'd like to see. Again, thanks a lot.